Hello everybody and welcome back to the A-Side. I am your host, Riley, and today we have a very rare midday recording. I usually record at night. We had a snow day. All my classes were canceled because it's currently like blizzarding outside. And yeah. So, along with that, Black Country New Road just dropped their new record entitled ANTS from Up There. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you know I loved For the First Time. When that came out, I did a reaction to that, and also had it in the top 3 of my top 20 favorite albums of 2020 video, which I'm not shamelessly plugging right now, that you should go watch. So, while I have the time today, I am going to react to this new record, Ants from Up There. I am very, very excited. I think this band has so much potential. They're so good. And what I'm hearing from Twitter is that this album is already phenomenal, if not better than the last one. So, for the second time, let's react to some Black Country New Road. But, if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And you can always unsubscribe if you want. It helps out a lot. I'm trying to get to 300 before the second anniversary of my channel, so that would be awesome. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps out a lot. Because remember, these videos are sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you. Anyway, enough shilling out. Let's just listen to the record. Let's start with intro. I'll be reacting to the first half, so I can kind of get it out today, you know. Immediately, those great saxophones are back. Loved that on the first record. Very big standout for me. I'm glad this intro is only like 50 minutes compared to the one that was like 3 minutes in the last record. Okay, very much more energetic here. Like, really it feels like there's a burst of energy and like the playing and like the kind of speed of the song. And just general vibe overall seems a lot brighter and energetic on this track. Intro. Pretty sweet. I don't know if it's really worth rating a 54-second intro, but if I had to, I'd give that boy the green. You probably all know how the rating system works. Black for meh, red for bad, green for good. So, that will get the green. Just a nice little intro. Energy, brightness, kind of different from the last record. That record felt very dark even from its earliest moments. This had an air of brightness to it. Just with the progressions and even the saxophones just sounded so, like, uplifting and hopeful, which I was not expecting, but I really liked it. I forgot to mention that a few days before this record dropped, the lead vocalist, Isaac, announced that he was leaving the band. I don't know why, I don't know the details, I just know it happened. So this is presumably his last record with the band? I don't know. But, yes, so I just thought I should probably mention that. Let's get into track 2, Chaos Space Marine. That's a sick name. I also haven't eaten lunch today. I probably should have eaten before this, but... Is that like a violin? Some strings? Very cool. Ooh. Definitely, it sounds very much a lot brighter than the last record.
I must leave it all behind. The war is over.
It almost sounds like a Broadway musical. This is very theatrical sounding, especially with the pianos. There's the post-punkiness with the bass. What's that you said to me? Oh, I'm a chaos space marine, so what? Very, very Broadway, very theatrical. Will you take my metal hand? It's cold. In time you will find these things take
inside your mind, where you could be keeping.
Well, after some technical difficulties, we are back. Let's continue with Chaos Space Marine and hope my OBS isn't garbage. If it is, I'm just gonna go... I don't know. Yeah, definitely a lot bigger in scope, I feel. And it just feels so much more, like I said, theatrical. And it seems as if Isaac is, like, really kind of singing more rather than his, like, more spoken word kind of sound. So it's definitely an evolution, and it's something, it's different from the last record. That part especially, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Very Broadway. Well, I'm a theater kid if you couldn't tell, so. The drum roll there was sweet. Freaking sweet. Drums in this song are really cool, especially the ba-ba-ba. And the intricate piano. Just all sounds very... I don't know, the only thing I can compare it to is it sounds like post-punk Broadway. It's really cool sounding, though. And they're adding more instrumentation into it as well. They have like a... I might be crazy, but it sounds like a mandolin and like a banjo, maybe? Very cool that they're doing that. They're adding more in, really kind of making things a little more filled out and rich and lush. It's a cool evolution for the band, and I'm glad. I'll be honest, I was slightly worried going into this that it would be just B-sides from For the First Time, kind of, because it came out so quickly compared to For the First Time, and usually, you know, in the rock world, that doesn't happen as often. In hip-hop, it does. And I think that's kind of part of the reason why so much hip-hop, to me, is so bland. And kind of all sounds the same. Because a lot of artists, like your Uzis and stuff, will put out 3 to 4 records a year. That's why I think an artist like Playboi Carti has such a good discography. He's got 2 records, and they were 2 years apart. He took time making them. Whereas someone like Uzi, like I said, in 2020, put out 3 records, and all of them were bad. But this is not what we get here, at least thus far from Chaos Space Marine. We see that we have more of a evolution. They're trying to do more stuff. It feels so much more theatrical and a lot bigger. We've got like what sounds to be like a mandolin and banjo and like bigger piano. Definitely less of a focus on like the bass and more so on light on the sax here. Whereas I felt like the main kind of star of like the first record was a bass a lot of the times. I mean, Athens, France, bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum. It's just like the first like actual track is just straight up you get hit with the bass, and it's kind of that for the entire time. But we're getting something different here, and I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna give Chaos Space Marine the green folder. Very, very poggers, if you ask me. Let's continue to Concord by Black Country, New Road. Got a bit of a waltz beat here. Ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3-3 or 3-4 time signature. Waltz. Or maybe it's not 3-4, but it's a waltz beat. One thing I'm noticing about this record so far is while it is more musically varied, and that's drawing a lot of my attention, the lyrics are not jumping out to me as much as the first record, where I feel like on the first record the lyrics were like so like weird and poetic and obtuse, like it's a one size fits all brand new cyber fetish or just some of the weird-ass lyrics on that first record that were so, like, poetic and interesting, whereas here, I'm not picking it up as much. I mean, it's only the third song, but just a thought. Definitely sounds really pretty, though. Like I said, a lot more lush and filled out.
Concord, I came, a gentle hill racer, I was
That's beautiful. So lush, all these instruments at once doing its thing. I like that kind of stuff a lot. Kind of like Elliott Smith, Figure 8 in a way, the way that is kind of so lush and has so many like instruments going on in the mix and layered kind of.
miss you, don't text me till winter, I can hardly afford a second summer of splinters.
I love how emotional this sounds too, with the kind of melancholy, kind of downtrodden waltz beat, and his vocals, you can like tell they're like faltering, but in a purposeful way where it's like, it sounds like it's like about to cry. Really good touch, really brings out the emotion of the song.
Gentle hill racer, I was breath.
I like this part where it's just kind of stripped back. And like the lightly plucked guitar. I think that's a guitar, like a Spanish guitar. Maybe? I don't know. What do I know?
Wield a lightsaber and led by the dark to our place on.
Wield a lightsaber? Yeah, I wield a lightsaber, so what? It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like actually Man in Metal too. Alright, let's get back to the reaction and stop being stupid. That little part was really pretty. Just sounded really good, like I said, so many instruments kind of doing its thing. So lush and beautiful together.
Twitching for most of the night. But I know that you'll be there. The Sandman inside. And I'll come to like a child. Concord,
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
this time.
Whoa. 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 Hey all, Riley from about an hour and a half in the future here. Just a fair warning, at this point in the video, my OBS absolutely shits the bed for a couple of minutes, so I'm really sorry about that. But stick through with the video, and it'll fix itself here in a little bit, trust me. The way the end of that song hit such this blissful moment where all the instrumentation kind of crescendo louder and louder, and oh, holy shit, it's really snowing out, and really just hit this kind of peak of sound and beauty and just maximalist, I don't even want to say maximalist, but just the lush beauty of all these instruments all swelling and crescendoing to one huge point. That was just a blissful moment, and was amazing. Once again, showing this band is so fucking talented. Giving Concord the green, man. Cool stuff. Man, it just great. I really like this band. I mean, this is their second record, and I mean, their discography is already virtually flawless. I mean, they've barely missed a step. So we're off to the next song, Bread Song. I like bread. I'm here for it. Very kind of dark and moody sounding bass, but it's a very pretty tone to it.
Okay, well, I just woke up. And you already don't care
Ooh, Isaac's vocals here
that I tried
are so,
my
like,
best to hold
pain-drenched and hurt.
you through the- There's no way to say
Ooh.
evening now.
The bass is so beautiful on this song.
Little phone that could. And yes, I was tempted. And I christened me lonely. I pretended to falter. And I burned scented candles there.
This is gorgeous.
And I hung some good pictures where the paintwork was perfect, so no.
Oh, okay. Kind of a swell of the orchestra.
So show me the land you require.
Just sounds so good, so pretty and full.
Into something.
And then it switches kind of to a dissonant, more unsettling feel from the beautiful. The opposite of what was happening on the first record. On Athens, France, you had the kind of dissonant, bass line and guitar and stuff. And then when you got to the chorus, you got the da-da-da-da-da-ba. Where here you get the beautiful swelling and then it turns into the dissonance and not the resolve. It's kind of the opposite, which is cool if you know kind of music stuff. I don't want to say music theory because I don't want to say I know music theory. I just used to be a singer, so I know like reading music and what it all means.
I never felt the crumbs until you said this place is not for any man.
Ooh, the lightly plucked piano here. The instrumentation is just creating this beautiful soundscape you just get lost in. That's a cool transition.
Furnished your suffering, and you played a good organ, and the world gathered singing.
Yeah, interesting stuff, whereas the first record very much focused, I think, on Isaac's lyricism. For me, this record is more the band, and the musicality takes the front seat here.
Inside your apartment, so we knelt at your altar.
It's just so beautiful, all of it. The bass, the kind of lightly guitar here.
Okay, well, I just woke up, and you already don't care that I tried my best to hold you through the headset that you wear. I never
Very much a running theme of this record as it kind of starts off more basic and then the instrumentation all swells so loud to this blissful, beautiful soundscape. And the backdrop here of watching all the snow come down is really helping this record too. Just watching it all pour. So much of it. I'm gonna be stuck in my house for like a day. It's gonna be unfortunate, but definitely makes a very beautiful kind of atmospheric vibe. That song, I don't have much to say about these songs other than the fact that they're just so lush and beautiful, and they swell to these crescendos of beauty and these wonderful, lush soundscapes. The green. I feel like this occupies like the same space in my mind as I mentioned earlier, kind of like Figure 8 by Elliott Smith. Gives me a very similar vibe to this. Just the way that it has so many like different instrumentation and stuff throughout it. Just a comparison, you know. I mean, obviously they are very different records, but there's something I kind of find similar between them. So yeah. Next up, last track for this episode, Good Will Hunting.
You walk up on the raised edge, hands out for balance, slipping you almost grab
Really cool
mine
bass line.
to find your feet. And I never wanted so much someone to fall. It's just been a weekend, but in my mind we summer in France with our genius daughters now.
And the melancholy of his
And you
vocals
teach me to play the piano.
hits me. I love the kind of melancholy vocals.
I'll be there. What's
Yo, shout out to the background singer.
I'm scared of the phone. Don't ring it.
Great drums in this song too, just super crisp.
That I'm just trying to find some way to keep me in your mind. And later on, everyone will say it was cool.
Those synths are cool too.
Eilish style.
She had Billie Eilish style, so she was cringe.
Berlin for a little while, trying to find something to hold on to.
That one's gonna get me
Never text me
in trouble.
nothing, but she wants to tell me she's not that hard to find, and message me if you change
Beautiful stuff, guys.
your mind, darling. I'll keep fine.
Oh, the harmonies between the saxophones. That was nice.
And if we're on a burning starship, the escape pods filled with your friends, your childhood film photos,
There are those lyrics.
there's no room for me to go. Oh, I'd wait there, float with the wreckage, fashion a long sword, traverse the Milky Way, trying to get home to you. And you bring some piece of the stars.
It seems like this is more like a love song.
Call, I'll be there once more. I'm scared. She had Billie Eilish style, moving to Berlin for a little while. Trying
The
to
synths here are
find
so
something
good.
to hold on to.
They just add something,
Never
some kind of
text me
je ne sais
nothing,
quoi,
but
you know?
She wants to tell me she's not that hard to find, and message me if you change your mind. Don't say it was cool. Oh, she had Billie Eilish
the vocals, man. So much just raw energy in them.
for a little while, trying to find something to hold on to. Never text me nothing, but she wants to tell me she's not that hard to find.
Yeah.
And message me if you change your mind, darling. I'll
And the drums are hitting super hard here too. Bravo, guys. First half of this record is great. much like Frosted Flakes. That gets the green for me. Good Will Hunting. That might be my favorite on the record so far. Just the lyricism pulled me in a lot on that one, especially the line about where the burning spaceship, her friends are in the escape pods, her childhood films. I will roam the galaxy, the Milky Way, looking for you. She brings home a piece of the stars. Like, that's, like, really cool lyricism. I don't like it as much as the first record, thus far. But it is really beautiful and lush with all the instrumentation and the way they keep using the kind of decrescendo crescendos where it gets super, quiet and stripped back and then swells to these giant moments of bliss. Really works for the record. And it was so beautiful to the point where it didn't get kind of, it never got repetitive or felt stale. Especially once you get to Good Will Hunting where they start doing something else. They bring the synths, yeah, I don't have much to say because it's just really solid. It's not, like, completely different. There's not, like... Each song isn't super different from the rest where I can really, like, pick every track and delve into it because each song is just beautiful. I don't have much to say other than the fact that, wow, this is blowing me away. So yeah, love this record so far. Ants from up there. Really good stuff. Part 2 hopefully won't be too long away. I don't know. I might